Thanks for joining us. I'm Gabe with Backwoods Pursuit. Today we're going to go over a new piece of Sitka gear. These are the brand new Sitka Kelvin Lite Down 3/4 length pant. Now you might be wondering, just like me, why would they bring a 3/4 length pant to market, and what are the purposes? Why would you not have a full length pant, especially these being a puffy pant? They're meant for cold weather, that sort of thing. So we're going to go over why Sitka Gear brought these to market, go over some of the technicalities, the build, what's going on inside these pants that you can't see that makes them a very unique and very niche product, but something that you may want to consider, or maybe not, but wanted to go over the details of these and why they were brought to market by Sitka Gear. If you like our content, we really do appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button for us and follow us on our Facebook and Instagram accounts. And check out our website, backwoodspursuit.com, for other gear reviews. We're always putting new content there, so go subscribe over there as well. I'll put links to all that down in the description. So let's get to this after the intro here. Alright, so first up, let's go over some of the features of these new Kelvin Lite Down pants. First up, you'll notice they are cut, meant to be put over the top of your pants that you're wearing. So they got a little extra room in the cut to allow you to do that. You've got a built-in nylon buckle here, and that just clips right on there, and then it gives you the ability to really cinch those down if you need to. You got one buckle or one button here. But then the waist here is also elastic, so you've got the ability, if you're wearing a lot of layers, it's not going to be too snug on you, but then if you need to really tighten that down, you can buckle that up and cinch it down. On the zipper here, you've got on the fly zipper here, you've got a two-way fly zipper like a lot of the Sitka gear, so that is a super nice option, a super nice feature that way. You've got a zipper here from the bottom. Of course, that's going to allow you to really open that up, and that's a 7/8 length, so it's almost the entire length of that piece, and that goes up or down again. And the nice thing about having the two-way zipper on the side here is if you're wearing these and you need to get to your pocket, you can go ahead and do that real easily that way just by unzipping that on the side. And so those are on both sides of the piece here, and of course making the 7/8 inch 7/8 length zipper really opens up those pants so you can get them on and off super easy. I'll show you that here in a minute. So there's that. And then same thing on the other side, but one of the unique things about these zippers is that here you can see the seam of the pants. Well, the zipper is located just in front of the seam, and so it makes it a little easier to get to, especially if it's cold out like it would be when these pants are being worn. And so the way that features is that zipper is just on the front side, not over on the side, so it makes it a little easier just to grab it and utilize it that way. And again, you can get into your pocket if you need to, and then go ahead and cinch that up. So that's a well thought out placement of that zipper. So those are some of the main features of these pants. And of course on the bottom here you do have an elastic on the bottom to tighten around your boots or whatnot if you need to. So what's going on inside these pants that makes them different? Well, there's a lot actually. Sitka has a proprietary blend of down, a synthetic and down blend in these pants that was made just for them. It's a Primaloft Gold 900 fill down insulation where you've got 70% goose down and 30% Primaloft insulation. That synthetic insulation acts as kind of a skeleton or a scaffolding for that goose down in there to help it maintain its loft, especially when wet. All of the insulation here is DWR treated, so you're going to have a better product that's going to work better in those wet situations where down can be a problem if you just have the goose down. So that's what is going on there. On the back side of these pants in the seat here, you have 100% of the insulation, just the Primaloft insulation. There's no down in the seat, and there's 60 grams of that in the seat. That's going to do a better job of repelling moisture, not soaking through, and maintaining its warmth. Of course, in that seat portion of the pants where that's going to be potentially in contact with wet ground or snow or whatnot, so it's going to do a better job rather than goose down compressing and losing its insulating properties. So it's going to do a better job there for you. So that's kind of what's going on inside these pants. It's body mapped insulation, so it's going to keep you warm where you need to be warm. So 3/4 length pants, not something that is normal in the hunting market by any stretch. And when I first saw them, I was probably like you, it said, why in the world would they put out a product that's 3/4 length? But the more I looked into it, the more I talked to the folks at Sitka about the reason behind it, it started to make a little more sense, so I wanted to pass that information along to you. The 3/4 length, of course, is less material than a full length pant. What that does is it does save some weight, and it also is a little more compressible for if you're packing it down. So these do compress down quite small. You know, you can get about like a puffy jacket or something like that. So it's nice and compact that way. But it gives you less material to worry about. And of course, the bottom half from your knee to the top of your boot is really an area that most people aren't going to complain about being cold anyways. So is there really insulation needed in that portion? Arguably not, and that's why they created these. The other reason for the 3/4 length here is they are designed to be used with gaiters, potentially, if you want to. So these are going to meet just to the bottom part of your knee. So I'll back up here. So they're going to come down right about here, and then down to the top of your boot. That small area is going to take a majority of the brunt of the abuse when you're out hiking around. And so you add these, or take away the material that would be underneath gaiters on a late season hunt, and you're really eliminating material that doesn't need to be there anyway, or just adds bulk underneath your gaiters. So that's another reason why they went with a 3/4 length. These are really designed to be used on super cold days, cold weather, when you're sitting on a ridge top or a saddle or whatnot, glassing for long periods of time. You just need something to keep you warm in those situations. So that's some of the features and details of these pants. I'm going to go ahead and throw them on here real quick for you so you can see how easily they come on and off. And then it'll be a little bit easier to see some of the features once I do this. So you'll go ahead and, of course, unzip these long zippers here and make it easy. And I went ahead and threw on my 8-inch boots here, 8-inch hunting boots, so that you could see how they meet up with the top of your boots and whatnot. So I'm going to go ahead and just zip these all up, and then I'll step back here. Actually, I'm going to put the camera down a little bit for you so you can see these a little better. But you can see the length here of these once I put these on. Now these are a size large, and I'm typically a 33 or 34, and then a 32-inch inseam. So this is about how that's going to fit there. Now if I pull these up, you can see the top of my boot right here. There's not actually a ton of room or a ton of space here, just a couple of inches from the bottom of these pants to the top of your boots. Now if you run a lower boot or something like that, obviously that's going to make a difference there. But there's not as much space here as it kind of looks like when you look at the pictures of these. And so you can also, of course, run them without a gaiter, just like that. And yeah, they look a little bit goofy, but they get the job done. And then this area, of course, especially the insides of your pants here, that's where you're going to be, catching a lot of the sticks and snags and that kind of thing. So it's going to help with the durability. But it's designed really to go ahead and put your gaiter over the top of from here down like you would normally for a full-length gaiter. Now while I've got them like this, you can see how easy this is to go ahead and access whatever you got in your pocket if you need to do that. It's a nice addition there to where you can get whatever you need to on the underside of your pocket of your pants. A lot of times that can be a problem with pants you're designed to put over the top of other pants. So of course you got that full-length zipper on both sides, and this is a little bit easier to see in this when they're put on, as far as the design of this zipper. A lot of times you'll have this zipper right on the seam here on the side of the pants. Well, there you can see they've moved it over just a little bit. Maybe that's a little easier to see now. So the zipper is kind of on the outside top of your thigh here, which makes that just a lot easier, again, to access your pockets, and it's more intuitive, especially on those cold days when you have gloves on and whatnot. When you're going to be wearing these pants, it just makes it easier to pull those off and on real quick and easy that way. So what do you think? These are a brand new product, again, from Sitka. They just came out. Haven't had time to field test them at all, but wanted to put together this video to kind of go over the details and specs. So please drop a comment down there and let us know what you think. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Something you would use, something you wouldn't. Obviously, it's not going to be for everybody, but definitely could have some uses. So I'm looking forward to trying them out here this fall and winter in some of those cold situations and see how they do. It's an interesting idea. We'll see how they perform. See if that 3/4 length ends up being something that's kind of cool or kind of annoying. And we'll follow up with some more content on that. So thanks for joining us here today. We'll see you next time.